Put both palms together above your head. Triceps by your ears. And let's stretch your upper body. Go to your left and right. And go backward. Do this about 3 to 4 times. After that, slowly bend your back forward. And if you cannot touch the floor, you can bend your knees. Just want you to be able to stretch those hamstrings first and slowly bring your hips down. Tuck your chin, hug your knees, and flatten your feet. And slowly come all the way up and get into a sumo squatting position. Turn your feet about 45 to 50 degrees outward. Drop down your hips as low as possible. Push down those knees. And while you're in the position, I want you to hunch and arch your back. And from there, lift up your butt and stretch your wrists. If you can straighten those knees, please do so. And now let's get into another sumo squat position. I want you to open your feet a little bit wider than the last one this time and push down your hips as low as possible. And this time I want you to bring one arm up, reach for the sky, and stretch those triceps and shoulders. Do both sides, 5 to 10 seconds ideally. Again, I want you to keep those knees straight if you can. Next, grab one foot with both hands behind your butt. I want you to stretch your hamstrings and shoulders and work on your balance by standing with one leg and slowly bring the foot a little bit higher than the butt level. Stretch those elbows out and do both sides. 5 to 10 seconds ideally. And again, you're also working on your balance, so take your time and don't rush the process. Now, open your feet a little bit wider than your shoulder width. And if you can bring those hands down on the ground, go ahead and do so. Try bringing those hands behind your heels. And first you can bend your knees, and from there slowly start stretching knees out. Again, take your time. You're going to feel massive stretch on your hamstrings and lower back. Do this about 10 to 20 seconds. Next, cross your fingers behind your back first and slowly drop down your head. And bring those arms up and stretch your back. Make sure to re-grab your fingers and do both sides. You're going to feel a difference between your good side and bad side. Everybody has a way to grab their fingers. It's one way. Get used to grabbing your fingers both ways. Next, grab an elbow with the other hand and stretch back. I want you to stretch your back all the way. Arch your back. Bring your hips forward. And I want you to feel massive stretch on your shoulders. You can look at the sky even and do this about 10 to 20 seconds each side. Now let's open up your hips a little bit more by doing the pose in the video. Push down the knee as low as possible while you're resting the ankle on top of the other thigh. Avoid leaning forward too much. I want you to keep your chest forward. Do both sides 5 to 10 seconds. Next, get into a really deep side lunge position and grab the foot or ankle of the leg that's stretched out. Open up your other shoulder and bring the arm all the way up to the sky. Stay in this position, both sides, 15 to 20 seconds. Keep on looking at the hand that's pointing out to the sky. That way you can stretch your hamstrings, inner thighs, and shoulders at the same time. Next, grab one foot with the same hand and with the other hand trying to reach for the ground. You have to be either very flexible or have really short legs in order for you to be able to perform this. So yeah, definitely work on the flexibility and reach for the ground. Definitely work on the balance while you are reach for the ground. Do this about 10 to 20 seconds. Next one, we'll be doing standing front split. This requires you to have great flexibility and balance. You might want to start grabbing the foot and stretching your leg first. And from there, gradually start bringing the leg as high as possible. And eventually you want to be able to straighten your supporting leg as well. Next one, you're going to get into another really deep sumo squat. And this time, I want you to start shaking your hips left and right. Arch your back, chest forward. And yes, for the massive stretch on your butt, hamstrings, and lower back. Going back to a standing position, grab your neck from behind and start bringing down the head. Spot your knees and stretch those hamstrings. As soon as you bring down your head, I want you to start shaking your arms left and right while you're putting your hands behind your neck. And then do this about 3 to 5 reps each side. Next, grab your heels from behind. If you need to bend your knees, go ahead and do so. And you want to be able to slowly start stretching those knees while you're grabbing your heels. Stay in this position 10 to 20 seconds. I want you to feel massive stretch on your butt, glutes, hamstrings. Next one's a really fun one. I want you to turn your feet about 45 degrees outward and start walking forward. After 5 to 10 steps forward, I want you to start going back. Keep on squeezing those knees and thighs. This particular exercise has helped me to be able to touch my knees together. I wasn't able to do that before as my legs were a little bit O-shaped. After this exercise, next I want you to turn those feet inward and start walking forward and backward as well. 5 to 10 steps forward and backwards. And squeeze those knees in. Next, bend one knee 90 degrees and bring the other hand all the way up to the sky while the same hand is reaching for the ground right by your knee. Both palms facing outward and stretch those elbows as much as you can. Look at the hand that's pointing to the sky. Do both sides 10 to 20 seconds each side. Then after that, walk your hands back to the middle. And I want you to bring your head up, stick your butt all the way up, and stretch those knees. Stay in this position 20 to 30 seconds. And that was the end of my stretching video of the day. Thank you very much for watching. Let's keep it up. I will see you in my next video.